If your after-work financial plan is tanking, please do not try this concept at home. Sue Hincenbergs joins us now with her delightfully dark debut novel, The Retirement Plan. And I say it's delightfully dark because it's like when I first was pitched this, I thought, oh, it's a financial, it's a financial haiku. It is not. It is what not to do.
Right. Yeah. It's not how to not retire. It's kind of like a cautionary tale.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I love the title on the book, 3 Wives Wanting a New Life, 3 Husbands in the Way.
And that's it exactly. Yeah.
It's all okay. So set the scene for me, without giving away, because it's such a good spoiler in the end, and several spoilers along the way. I want people to read it instead of
there's a lot of
here.
reveals in the book.
Yes.
I think that's one thing that people really like about it. But it's about 4 couples that have been friends for 30 years, and they should be retiring, but they can't afford to because the husband's made a bad investment and lost the retirement savings. So you can imagine what happened to those marriages, right? After that, they basically withered through the blame and the shame, and everybody's going through the motions until one of the husbands dies in an accident. Then the other wives realize these guys are all really heavily insured. That's why the husbands are standing in their way. If they can get rid of the husbands, they get the insurance money, and hello, Boca Raton.
Yes, yes. And then you find out so much along the way. They find out a lot about each other, and yeah. And I love, so there's a barber who plays a very key role in this, and it's based on your husband's barber.
Yeah, that's true. It's like from years and years ago, because the women, they need to get rid of their husbands, but they don't want to get their hands dirty themselves, and they know like they only have so much upper body strength. They can't lug these guys around. So they hire the barber. The thing with the barber is that they don't realize the husbands are not the duds they think they are, and they've already hired the same barber for a job of their own.
Because this barber can do anything.
Yeah, he does. He does, yeah, whatever needs to be doing. Yeah, and my husband years ago went to get his hair cut and came home and said that there's this new barber. He's very mysterious, swarthy, and just like really piercing eyes. And when he came at my husband with the straight razor, and he said that his like he had goosebumps and all the hair rose on the back of his neck. So I kept him in mind, and then actually I took 3 little boys. I took them to see the same barber, and I was like, oh yeah, I see what he means about this guy. But he was just like a really warm man, but when you first see him, you're like, whoa, you just know there was a history there. And so I kind of turned him into Hector, the barber / hitman in the book.
Very cool, very cool. And I love the backstory of this book. So full disclosure here, you worked in TV for many years, and you wrote, this is actually, I said it's your debut novel, but it's the first one to get published.
That's right.
Because you wrote 2 others.
Right.
And it's this pitching and pitching and pitching,
yeah.
And what was the kind of the spark with this book?
Well, it's about friendship, right? And we have 4 great couples that we hang around with. There's 4 of us all together that we met when our kids were little, and we still get together. And they were over one night for dinner, and I was looking around the table, and I just thought, like, we've had so much fun over the years. Like, just laugh, and it's all of a sudden you're like, it's 4 in the morning. You know, we gotta get said that we're running home. But I just thought that we should share some of that with the world. And I looked around the table that night, and I remember thinking how sad I was when my parents' friends started passing away, and I thought, this is great now, but when's it going to end? And I wonder which of us will die first. And that's the first line of the book.
That's the first line of the book, yeah. And the movie rights have been sold to this.
Yeah, almost before the book sold, because they just saw right away, they see it as kind of cinematic, because it's friends and marriage and surprises and bad people doing bad things. There's a lot going on. And yeah, I was really happy when they told me who was interested in buying the rights. I knew the names, and I'm like, oh, yeah, well, they can buy it. I will sell to them for sure.
Very cool. And it's actually sold out yesterday on Amazon.
That's right.
On publishing day.
They're restocking.
Awesome. I can tell you, it is fabulous. You've done your research on this, and I'm kind of scared. But I met your husband, and he seems well and healthy.
Proof of life. That's why he brings me everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. Sue, thanks very much for joining us with more on the retirement plan. It is out now, and we'll get the links up to all your socials on our website at chch.com/morninglive.